Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery, and I will be doing on this video something I've wanted to do for a while now. I will be going over several of our missing persons cases. Keep in mind, we do have other cases that is not on this list to be covered tonight. And we do have several cases that are not missing persons cases, but we are trying to help the families find answers. Those will all be on the next video next week where we're covering all of this. And so also, again, please bear with me on this. I'm going to be sharing their flyers on the screen. I'm still learning this, so please bear with me on this. But let's go ahead and get started here. The first case we have is Angel Nicole Overstreet. Angel was last seen May 8th of 2021. She was reported missing May 23rd of 2021 out of Huntington, West Virginia. Angel was 3 months old at the time of her disappearance. She has blue eyes, dark colored hair with a reddish tint, and a strawberry-shaped mark on the back of her neck. She was last in the care of 38-year-old Shannon Patrick Overstreet, who was taken into custody the day after Angel was reported missing on unrelated charges. If you have any information on this case, please contact the Huntington Police Department at 304-696-4420. And I will also have our email down in the video description as well. So again, this was Angel Overstreet. The second one should be somewhat familiar. We just recently done a search for them, and this is Billy and Mary Lou Black. They have been missing since September 11th, 2009. They were last seen around 8:15 a.m., and they are missing out of Atchison, Kansas. Their 1990 light blue Honda Civic vehicle is missing as well. And we do have more searches lined up to be out looking for them very soon. One area we've already been to search, but there is more to be done in this particular area before we will be able to call that particular property cleared. Next, we have Bruce Wayne Jacobs, aka Batman. Bruce was 52 years old when he went missing. 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, blue eyes, sandy blonde hair. He has a limp on his left side. He's been missing since June 16th of 2020 out of Choctaw, Oklahoma. He left his campsite at Lake Arcadia on the morning of June 17th, 2020. His Ford F-250 pickup truck was recovered later that morning on the railroad tracks near Indian Meriden Road in Choctaw, Oklahoma. Bruce has not been seen since. If you have any information on the case, please contact the Edmond Police Department at 405-359-4338. And again, our email will be down in the video descriptions. Next, we have Selina Mays. It's either Selina or Selena, so forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. She is missing from Willingboro, New Jersey since December 15th of 1996. She was reported missing December 17th of 1996. She was 12 years old the time that she went missing, and she was pregnant. She was 9 months pregnant, 2 weeks until her scheduled C-section when she went missing. 5 foot tall, 120 pounds, black hair, and brown eyes. And we do have another recap video coming out on her in the coming days as well. Just a very, very sad story. 12 years old, pregnant, 9 months pregnant. And it's this case, I mean, it's a tearjerker just how sad this case is. But we will continue digging into that. And as I said, we will have a recap video coming out in the very near future. The next one is Chance Engelbert. Chance has been missing since July 6th of 2019. Last seen leaving Overstreet in Geiger, Nebraska around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 6th of 2019. Chance was 25 years old when he went missing, 5'10", 195 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes. He was last seen wearing a short-sleeved Wrangler shirt, Wrangler jeans, Roper boots, and a black and white trucker-style cap. His cell phone last pinged in the vicinity of the WTT truck stop around 10 p.m. If you have any information on this case, please contact the Scottsbluff County Communications Center at 308-436-6666. Now there's the Scottsbluff Police Department at 308-630-6261 and the Geiger Police Department at 308-436-5088. And again, our email is down in the descriptions. And Chance Engelbert is one of the cases in Nebraska we will be going to in the coming days. To do a search on that case, we do have a location of interest, and we'll be going up to sonar on that case, and we will keep you updated on that. Next, we have Christopher Lupin, who is another Nebraska case that we will be doing a search on while we're in Nebraska searching for Chance Engelbert and Linda Dillard. Christopher Lupin was last seen near Elm Street, Nebraska at Four Seasons Campground. He's been missing since November 17th of 2019. 28 years old when he went missing, 5'10", brown hair, brown eyes. Last known to be wearing a t-shirt and shorts. He did not have his coat or cell phone with him. His family feels that he might be in danger. Christopher also had no means of transportation at the campground. He also did not have his wallet with him. Christopher and his father were staying at the campground while they were being contracted for a project. According to investigator Bruggeman, Christopher was reported acting erratic the night of November 17th. As his father returned to the campground, he remembers seeing Christopher around 10 p.m. Around 1 a.m., his dad went out to get a drink and saw Christopher outside smoking a cigarette. His dad told him to come on in because it's 1 a.m. On Monday morning, Christopher wasn't there. There has been no contact from Christopher. Authorities have not ruled anything out in this case, and there were very few clues for authorities to follow. If you have any information, please contact the Buffalo County, Nebraska Sheriff's Office at 308-236-8555. And again, our email will be in the video description. We do have what I believe a very, very strong location of interest that we will be going to do a sonar search on as well. And Christopher and Chance's case, there is a chance we may be working with the K9 team when we do go up there. So we will definitely keep you guys updated on that. The next case is one of the local cases here out of Leavenworth, Kansas, and this would be Cole Firestein. And we have been out on several searches for Cole. And we have some strong areas of interest that we have now that we will be working to gain permission from property owners to be able to search. And we will also be out next weekend doing a search for Cole Firestein in another one of our cases that are here local. And we'll definitely keep you updated on that. But Cole Firestein is missing out of Leavenworth, Kansas. He was last seen March 15th of 2019 around 10:15 p.m. And we do have quite a bit on his case, so we will do an updated video on his case in the coming days. Hopefully within the next week or two, we will have that video released as well. But again, we will be out searching for him, not this weekend, but next weekend. I do have some searches lined up for that. And if you have any information on this case, please contact the Leavenworth, Kansas Police Department at 913-651-2260. And this is a case that when we first done our video, our case layout video on him, I did have a detective that's working on the case reach out to me, and I can confirm that Leavenworth PD is investigating this case. I feel that we are fortunate. I feel that the Leavenworth Police Department here in the city of Leavenworth, I feel that they do an outstanding job. For the detective to reach out to me like that based on seeing, our case layout video, to me spoke volumes. They take these cases serious and they are working on them. So that was very, very encouraging to me. Next, we have Crystal Kipper. Again, another case that's not far from us, and a case that I feel very close to having permission to search an area that I really feel may hold something. But Crystal Kipper is missing from Kansas City, Missouri since February 24th of 1997. She was 18 years old the time that she went missing. She was 5'5", 125 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. She was wearing a dark olive green turtleneck, Lucky You jeans, a denim coat, and a diamond cluster ring and a gold band. She drove to St. Joseph, Missouri to pick up a friend to go ice skating. The low fuel warning light on her red 1989 Ford Probe LX activated as she was taking her friend back home to St. Joseph at approximately 1 a.m. She refused to get gas, saying her car gets good gas mileage. She often run out of gas, having to call AAA Auto Club to bring her gas. She dropped off her friend at approximately 2 a.m. and promised to call by 3 a.m. when she got home to Kansas City. Her friend fell asleep while waiting on the phone call. Her car apparently ran out of gas shortly after 2:30 a.m. as she drove down Interstate 29 north of KCI Airport. A truck driver observed a dark-haired Caucasian female flagging down traffic with a concerned look on her face by the southbound shoulder on the highway around 2:34 a.m. The truck driver saw another vehicle backing up the exit ramp toward the woman's car as he passed. Crystal has not been seen again. Her mother found the vehicle later in the morning on Interstate 29. The hazard lights were on and the battery was low. There was no sign of Crystal Kipper. Authorities searched the Kansas City, Missouri home of John Williams later in 1997 when he was implicated in the abduction and sexual assault of another woman. Investigators discovered Crystal's identification cards, paycheck stubs, turtleneck, and jeans inside Williams' home. DNA tests later confirmed the clothing belonged to Crystal. Investigators believe the damage to the clothing is consistent with a homicide. John Williams was questioned about Crystal's case. He claimed he accidentally struck her with his vehicle and killed her. He was a convicted sex offender and told authorities he was afraid of becoming implicated in the crime, so he placed Crystal's body in his car and disposed of her remains. He eventually said he disposed of her body in the Platte City, Missouri area. An extensive search found nothing. Authorities later learned John Williams had his car's windshield repaired the day after Crystal vanished. They believe the damage was caused by somebody kicking the window from inside the vehicle. John Williams committed suicide in his cell in April of 1999 as he was about to be charged with Crystal's homicide. He was convicted of the rape and abduction of the other woman. Crystal Kipper has not yet been found. If you have any information on this case, please reach out to the Platte County Sheriff's Office at 816-858-3452. And we have been out on a search for Crystal, but based on information that we had come in, we have an area that the whole team really feels strong about. And hopefully within the next week or so, we will have permission and be able to get on that piece of property. And we will definitely keep you updated on that. The next case is Donald Erwin. This may sound familiar to many of you. I know Jacob with Chaos Divers just released a video. He's down in Camdenton, Missouri, doing a search for Donald Erwin. Donald is missing from Camdenton, Missouri since December 29th of 2013. He was 59 years old at the time that he went missing. He was last known to be wearing jeans, a baby blue t-shirt, and gray loafers. Donald is a disabled veteran. His left leg was amputated above the knee. He was driving a silver 2002 Hyundai Elantra with Missouri plate MKG E3P. Multiple searches have been done for Donald and so far have not turned up anything. Pending Jacob from Chaos Divers, who has been in the area recently. I have not heard if he has found anything in connections to this case as of yet. So still waiting on his updates. But this is very close to where I lived. I lived in Lebanon, Missouri, and it's 25, 30 minutes or so to get to Camdenton from where I lived. But if you have any information on this case, please contact the Camden County Sheriff's Office at 573-346-2243. And again, our email will be down in the video description. Next, we have Heather Ellis. And I do have a lot of information on this case. And I do hope to eventually be able to make it out there to do a search for her. But Heather was last seen on December 18th of 2013 near her Myrtle Beach, South Carolina apartment. In 2014, Sidney Moorer and his wife Tammy were charged with the kidnapping and murdering Heather. The murder charges were dropped in August of 2017. Sidney was convicted of obstructing justice during the 2013 investigation. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. She was 20 years old at the time that she went missing, 5'1", 118 pounds. And we will be doing, as I said, we will be doing another recap on her case. Just very, very sad. I know people make mistakes. They do things without thinking. And a lot of times consequences that come with that may have been avoided. And please don't take it I'm trying to blame her for anything. Nobody should turn up missing for something that they've done. So please don't misconstrue what I'm saying here. But we will get the update on this very soon. And if you have any information, please reach out to us. Our email is down in the video description. Next, we have Jack Schultz. And those of you who've been following us a while, especially on the Randy Leach case, Jack's name has come up. His case has come up quite a bit. Jack is missing from DeSoto, Kansas since November 28th, 1994. He was 37 years old when he went missing, 6'1", 160 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. He was last seen at his home in DeSoto, Kansas. A relative heard a horn honk outside at 5 a.m. Jack then left, and he has not been heard from since. He left behind his favorite belt and his wallet, but he did take other personal belongings with him. Jack had a warrant out for his arrest for driving under the influence at the time of his disappearance. He told his father that he planned to turn himself in to face the charges. His father said that it was unlikely that Jack was troubled by the prospect of having to serve a jail sentence. Jack did lead a rough life and was involved with drugs and had a history of minor criminal offenses. He had gone missing for long periods before, and as a result of that, he wasn't reported missing until January 4th of 1995. And going back, he was last seen November 28th of 1994. It was over a month after his disappearance. He is also described as a very dependable worker. Foul play is suspected, as it is uncharacteristic of him to be out of touch with his loved ones for this long. After he vanished, rumors circulated that he had been murdered at a nearby farm, but extensive searches turned up no signs of his remains. If you have any information on this case, please reach out to the Johnson County Sheriff's Office at 913-791-5560. Or you can email us and we can get that information where it needs to go. We do have a potential search coming up in the coming days for Jack Schultz, and we will definitely keep you guys posted on that. Next, we have Jessica Foster. This case, we're going to do another full layout video on her case. Jessica Foster is missing from Las Vegas, Nevada since March 28th of 2006. 21 years old at the time that she went missing, 5'6", 115 pounds, blonde hair and hazel eyes. Her hair may have been dyed brown or have streaks in it, and it was usually worn long and straight or curly. This is a case that everything I have seen points to trafficking. In fact, Jessica's mother is the founder of Mothers Against Trafficking Humans and has been very, very vocal and has done a lot of work combating human trafficking. But we will be doing another full layout on her case, and it's very, very sad situation anytime somebody's missing. But when trafficking's going on, many times those being trafficked are being held against their will. So we continue to dig into this, and we will definitely keep you updated on this. If you have any information on her case, please reach out to us by email and get that sent over to us. Next, we had Justin Seaweek. This is another case that's fairly close to us, and we are working on lining up a couple different search areas on this case. Justin was last seen at Days Inn, 7721 Elizabeth Avenue in Kansas City, Kansas on June 20th, 2021. 5'10", 170 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing a red tank top and khaki shorts. If you have any information on this case, please reach out to the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department at 913-573-6036, or again, send an email over to us. As of June 27th, law enforcement tweeted they have gotten very few tips and have asked for anybody with information to please contact them. They did find his vehicle at the Days Inn abandoned and empty with the window pried open and the glass broken. He was supposed to go fishing with his dad and his son. He wasn't home, so Justin's dad took Justin's son fishing. Justin called his dad. His dad said it sounded like a distress call. The sound of his voice didn't sound right. He told his dad he was at the Days Inn in Kansas City, Kansas, and needed help getting home. His dad was pretty far away out at Hillsdale Lake at the time and couldn't just rush right there. It did take him a little bit of time to get there. But when his dad made it to the hotel, Justin's car was left in the parking lot with one of the windows broken and all of his belongings were stolen. Justin had allegedly met with a woman he barely knew the night before he disappeared. It's believed that he met her on Facebook. Justin's cell phone later showed up on Facebook Marketplace days later, being sold by the same lady Justin met up with. That information was forwarded to the detective. They had set up a sting allegedly to get the phone, but canceled the sting at the last minute. So we are continuing to dig into the case. Again, if you have any information, please get that to the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department or email that over to us, and we will be sure that that gets to where it needs to go. Next, we have Caitlin Ledbetter. This is one of the cases in Tennessee that I want to get down and do some searches on. Caitlin Ledbetter is missing from Livingston, Tennessee since May 2nd. Last seen leaving her home on Turkeytown Road and going into a wooded area, traveling west in the direction of Jackson County. She was wearing pajama boy shorts that are white with blue polka dots and a royal blue sleeveless t-shirt and no shoes. It has been reported she had gotten into an argument with her father when she left. The house that they lived in ended up burning down, killing her father's girlfriend in the fire. Caitlin was 25 years old at the time that she went missing. Normally here, I would say if you have any information, reach out to the local law enforcement, in this case, the Overton County Sheriff's Office. Based off what I'm seeing on multiple cases and the widespread corruption I'm seeing in these cases, I'm still going to put it out. Overton County Sheriff's Office, 931-823-5635. Or you could send the information over to us by email. I am in contact with some of the families in Tennessee and can make sure to get that information directly to the families. Tennessee isn't just a sad situation. It is just an outright scary situation, what we're seeing in Tennessee. So now we have Karina McClain, and I am planning to make a trip very soon to Kokomo, Indiana, to do a search for Karina McClain. I've said many times we feel we have a very strong location of interest that needs searched. Karina is missing from Kokomo, Indiana. Last seen August 11th, 2016 in Kokomo, Indiana. She has brown eyes, reddish brown hair, 5'5", 130 pounds. She was 18 years old when she went missing. And the name may sound familiar. We've done several videos on her case so far, but Adventures with Purpose also went out and they done a search for her case as well. And they were unable to find anything directly related to Karina's case. So we will be going out and hopefully we will be able to help bring Karina home. If you have any information on that case, please send it over to us by email. Again, our email is down in the video description. Next, we have Kenny Riacheck. And this is another one that we are working to line up a search. I had planned on being able to go out there next weekend, but we've had some things come up that we're not going to make it to Salina next weekend. So hopefully soon we will be able to go out to Salina. That's where Kenny is missing from, Salina, Kansas, since November 4th, 2019. He was 69 years old at the time of his disappearance, 5'9", 175 pounds, gray hair, and blue eyes. If you have any information on this case, please contact the Salina Police Department at 785-826-7210. And again, you can contact us by email. I've also shared several times the link to Kansas Missing and Unsolved. Ricky, not that he actually knew him personally, he knew him in passing, and he knew who he was. So you can reach out to us, you can reach out to Kansas Missing and Unsolved. But if you have any information on this case, please get that out there. Next, we have Linda Dillard. This is the other individual from Nebraska that we will be searching for when we go up there. She is missing from Table Rock, Nebraska since June 16th of 2021, 55 years old, 5 foot tall, 130 pounds, brown hair, possibly dyed blonde, blue eyes, and possibly wearing a white and purple wig. She went missing from Table Rock, Nebraska on June 16, 2021 at about 3:30 a.m. And we will try to get another case layout video done on her case. and we will keep you guys updated on when we are going up to do a search. If you have any information, please get that emailed over to us. May Malette. This case is not getting the national attention it deserves, in my opinion. In my opinion, every case deserves national attention until these missing people are found. But May Malette's been missing since January 7th, leaving her 3 children, ages 4, 9, and 11, and her husband behind. She was last seen by her family at her home around 5 p.m., 2 days before the family was set to travel on a planned trip to Big Bear for her daughter's birthday. She is missing out of California. She was 5'2", 105 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes, and she does have a tattoo on her wrist. And her husband had been arrested and with facing possible charges in this case. Again, as I said, I'm going to have to do a full video on her case to get all of the information and where this is out there. If you have any information on this case, please email that over to us and we can help get that to where it needs to go. Michael McFarland Eagles is the other case that we will be searching for when we're searching for Cole Firestein. And we have the search areas for next weekend that we will be searching for Michael Eagles as well as Cole Firestein. He's missing from Leavenworth, Kansas since May 23rd of 2022. 36 years old, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds, brown hair, and blue eyes. We did the case layout on him just the other day, and we will definitely keep you updated in any updates that we get, as well as our search efforts. We will be filming our efforts next weekend, and we will get those shared with you guys. But if you have any information on this case, please email that over to us or contact the Leavenworth Police Department. Next, we have Michael Vonn. Michael was 5 years old when he went missing out of Fruitland, Idaho. He's been missing since July 27th of 2021. He was on foot near his home between 6:30 and 7:15 p.m. Approximately 3'7" and 50 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a blue Minecraft shirt, black boxer briefs, and sandals. And if you have any information on this case, please get that emailed over to us and we will get that sent to where it needs to go. Michael has been missing for far too long. Law enforcement has said that they do believe he was likely abducted. So please be sharing his flyer, keeping this case out there, keeping our eyes and ears open, and doing everything we can to help bring Michael Vonn back home. Next, we have Molly Miller and Cole Haynes. Molly was 17 years old, 5'5", 95 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. Colt was 21 years old, 6 foot tall, 180 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. Missing out of Wilson, Oklahoma since July 8th of 2013. This case we will be doing another full video on, and this should be released within the next 2 weeks. There's some updates going into that as well. And we definitely need to get down to Oklahoma and do a search on this case. If you have any information on this case, please email that over to us, and we will keep you guys updated as this continues to progress. Next, this is going back down to Tennessee with Parker Morris. Parker is missing from Crossville, Tennessee since October 1st of 2018. 27 years old when he went missing, brown hair and blue eyes, 170 pounds. And I feel that we've got two different strong locations of interest that we need to get down to Tennessee to search. And as I said, you know, Tennessee, it's not just heartbreaking what's going on down there, but it's just downright scary what's happening down there. But we will definitely keep you guys updated on that. When we do go down to Tennessee to do any searches, I can 100% tell you that it will not be announced beforehand, just for the safety concerns of our team. But we would definitely let you guys know once those searches wrapped up. And we would likely be filming those as well while trying to be discreet about it. So if you have any information on this case, please get that emailed over to us. Next, we have Rachel Conger. Rachel is missing from Paris, Tennessee. Last seen March 13th of 2008. 30 years old at the time that she went missing. 5'2", 128 pounds. Blonde hair and green eyes. She was last seen wearing black sweatpants and a burgundy tank top with pink lettering. A witness saw her getting into a Ford F-150 in the Como area with her estranged husband. She has not been seen or heard from since. If you have any information on this case, please contact the Henry County Sheriff's Office, 731-642-1672, or get that information sent over to us. We will be doing another video on this case with some updates on this case. But again, if you have any information, please get that over to us. Randy Leach. Those of you who have been following us knows that this is the first case we have started working on as Muddy Waters Search and Recovery. And it's considered, and I don't know how to say this properly, but our top case, almost top priority case. We work on these cases every single day. Obviously not every case every day, but Randy's case has been worked on every single day, as well as other cases switching in and out. We have put hundreds of hours into this case. We have been able to clear, I believe it was 18 properties we have been able to clear at this point. We have had boots on the ground at multiple other properties, and we have several other searches lined up on this case. Randy's missing from Linwood, Kansas since April 15th of 1988. He was 17 years old, 6'3", 220 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. If you haven't seen our Randy Leach videos, please go back and look at those. Also, many of our Sunday night live feeds, the open discussions, have been on Randy's case. And we will continue to be doing so as well. We gave our word to Randy's mother when Megan and I got to go to her house and meet her along with Betty and Larry. We gave her our word that we would not stop until Randy is found. We are standing by that, and we will not stop searching until Randy Leach has been brought home. If you have any information on this case, please get that emailed over to us. And along with information, we're also talking, areas of interest that you feel needs to be searched, your thoughts, your theories, suggestions, anything you had that you feel may help, no matter how small it may seem, please get that sent over to us. Star Boomer. This is a case that I am 95% sure of where she likely is. I just need ground penetrating radar to be able to search this particular area. She was 39 years old when she went missing out of Kansas City, Kansas. Last seen on February 23rd of 1999. She was last seen at Mike's Bar, which is now, I believe, called Nobody's Business. And I believe at one point it's even changed again and was a fireworks stand. I can't confirm that. That's just what I've been told. She was wearing a blue jean jacket, blue jeans, sneakers. Two men were seen dragging her from the bar. Over a dozen witnesses, none would testify in court. One of the guys had physically assaulted her in the bar. Law enforcement believed that she was actually killed there in the bar and then carried out. We do have quite a bit more on that case, and we will get another recap video done on this, and we will keep you updated when we get to go out with GPR to do that search. Ground penetrating radar is another reason we need you guys to be sharing these videos, subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, commenting. Consider becoming a member to the channel. We have our GoFundMe account set up. Most of what we do is out of pocket, plus donations and plus the monetization of YouTube to help us get this equipment to be able to go out to better help these families. So please consider jumping on board with one of those. It would be greatly appreciated. Next, we have Summer Wells. And we will be doing another full recap on this case. And Summer was 5 years old when she went missing. Short blonde hair, blue eyes, 3 foot tall, 40 pounds. And we have been digging and digging and digging on this case. She is missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. She was wearing a pink shirt, gray pants, possibly barefoot. And this has just been heartbreaking. It's been confusing. And when we do go to Tennessee, we do have a couple areas that we do want to search for her. Summer's been missing since June 15th of 2021. And as I mentioned, we will be doing another full video on Summer Wells, and many of these we will also likely be doing the open discussion live feeds on, because we really need your input on these cases. But if you have any information on Summer's case, please get that emailed over to us. Next is Suzanne Morphy. Suzanne is missing from Salida, Colorado since May 10th of 2020. 5'4", 110 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. And I could go into all of the initial stuff we had. Her husband was arrested and basically got off in connection to her disappearance. I am kind of torn on this. While some stuff may point his direction, There's a lot in this case that's taken me a complete different direction, and we will get more into that on a live feed, open discussion on on Suzanne Morphy's case in the next couple weeks or so. And we will definitely keep you updated on that. If you have any information on this case, please get that sent over to us. And she is missing out of Colorado. And the last case we're going to cover on this particular video is Gina Gordon. Gina was 43 years old when she went missing, 5'5", 105 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. She was last seen October 5th of 1992 in Atchison County, Kansas. She left her family residence after an argument with her husband. It said she was taking a drive to cool off, but she was never seen again. Her children found her white Chrysler LeBaron parked in a lot near an abandoned farmhouse in Atchison County the following day. Her purse and suitcase were still in the car. The convertible top was down, the keys were in the ignition, and the radio was turned on, but there was no sign of her. She was reported missing after the car was found. Wayne, a former dentist and former Kansas state senator, divorced Zita in January of 1994 and remarried in 1997. He was married to Zita when she went missing. He committed suicide January of 1998 at the age of 48, hanging himself at a Boy Scout camp where he often volunteered. The police did not consider him a suspect, but locals do believe that he was involved in her disappearance. We do have a few different areas of interest. One in particular that really stands out to me, but again, we're having to wait until we can afford to get ground penetrating radar. Again, that's where you guys can come in, help share these videos. We don't make very much money at all based on the ads off of YouTube. So every little bit helps. Every subscription helps. Every minute watched on these videos help. And those little bits add up and will eventually help us get there to where we could afford ground penetrating radar. So please be sure to be sharing these videos. Definitely share the flyers, whether you get them off of our stuff, whether you find them elsewhere, Google search, make your own. Please be sharing the flyers to these missing people and doing everything that we can all do to help these families find answers and get their missing loved ones back home. I have spoken with so many family members on these cases, and one constant thing that I get is these family members feel like they're alone. And then when there's a team, whether it be Muddy Water Search and Recovery, Jacob with Chaos Divers, Exploring with Nug, Adventures with Purpose, same the Adventure Man. When there's a team that they know is looking into the case, and speaking for us, we always let the families know about you guys, how you guys jump in on these discussions, how you guys are in, many of you contacting us all the time with theories, with locations. You guys are looking into these as well. The families really, really appreciate that because they know they're not alone. While there is no way we could actually feel their pain and what they're going through, they know that they have all of our support and that we all have their back, and we're doing everything we can do to help them find their missing loved one. And what you guys do is very much appreciated. It is very much needed in the dark world that we live in today. You guys are that ray of light that gives these families hope. And we are so grateful for each and every one of you. So with that, this is some of the cases that of the missing persons cases that we're working on. We have several more of the missing persons cases, as well as the cases that they're not missing. We're helping the families find answers on. Those will all be on the next video like this. And we've got many of these cases will be coming out on recap videos and updated videos. And many of these we will be coming out and doing the open discussion live feeds. Since we have so many we want to do that with, they may not wait till Sunday nights. We may be making an announcement soon that one evening during the week, we will be doing the open discussion live feeds as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. I know tomorrow evening we are meeting up with Alex and Tammy. We're going to barbecue, then we're going to go watch the firework display in Dearborn, Missouri. Really looking forward to that. Alex and Tammy, they're our newest official members to Muddy Water Search and Recovery. I look forward to what the future holds. They're incredible people, very knowledgeable, huge hearts, and just a desire to help these families. So I'm looking forward to what they're bringing in with this and the answers that working together we're all going to be able to find. Sunday night we will do a live feed. At this point, I've got no specific plans on what direction that live feed is going to go as of yet. But we will be doing a live feed 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And Alex and Tammy will be joining us. They are official members now and will be joining us on most of those and our searches, etc. You'll be seeing a lot of them. And if you haven't got to see them on one of these live feeds or videos, I promise you're going to love these people, just incredible people. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down and just stay tuned. We will have many other things coming in the very near future, as well as more searches that we're going to be on multiple cases across the board. So with that, until next time, you guys stay safe. Let's do everything we can to help bring these missing people home.